Good morning guys and welcome back, and with the golf gone it's a new project kind of day, so let's not mess around. I'll introduce you to the new project. So behind me here is my new 2007 Mini Cooper S. It is grey in colour, has 97,000 miles and just makes lots of noise at you for no apparent reason. And not to mention that for some reason this seat, and only this seat, is absolutely covered in mould. There's a little bit down here, but I mean, I can only assume the window was left open or something. Now this car has two modifications. Other than that, it's completely standard. Modification number one are these wheels. They're completely wrong. They're not Cooper S wheels. Well, as far as I can tell, I don't know a lot about Mini Coopers, but I don't think they're Cooper S wheels. The other modification appears to be a trailing arm delete, but it's a clean snap right through the middle. So clearly that car ain't driving anywhere with that rear wheel like that. So let's take that rear wheel off and have a look, see what the damage is. When I saw this damage, I fully expected the wheel itself to be quite badly damaged as well, but as it turns out I can't really see any damage at all. And I've just put some air in it just to see if it would hold air, and the only issue I can find is just, you hear that? Right then, so with that out of the way, it's time to move on to this. I need to strip this down as much as I can, get as much of the damaged parts removed as possible, and then see where we stand, go from there. For the love of God, guys, if you're ever putting one of these in, the little securing screw for your brake disc, right, put a bit of copper grease on there, on the threads of this, put a little bit of copper grease on there, and just literally finger tight, or just nip it, right. This does not need to be tight. The wheels hold the disc to the hub. That does nothing once the wheel's on. It just holds the disc in place while the wheel's off. That's it. Please don't do it uptight. Right then guys, well I think the car is as disassembled as it needs to be now. Here is all the broken parts. Obviously here's the major carnage. I've got the shock off as well, and the drop link. And just so happens that I've already gone and picked up, well actually Brody has gone and picked up a whole new rear suspension section for a Mini Cooper. I'm just gonna strip the bits down off this that I don't need, and then put that in there, and hopefully we'll be driving. To be honest, it literally took me seconds. There are all the pieces. These two are the only pieces I'm going to move over because the ABS sensor looks in much better condition than the one I took off, and this little nut that holds the brake disc on is in much better condition from the new suspension. But now, fingers crossed, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Just take it, put it on the car, and go from there. Okay, so at this point, everything's reconnected, but loose. So I need to jack it up to its sort of highest point in the suspension, and then tighten everything so that you're not got tight bushes you're not tearing the bushes apart basically. So that's what I'm gonna do. Slide the jack underneath, jack it up, and then tighten everything down. Okay, so that is all the suspension nice and tight. I've tried to match this. Who knew that Minis had came with an adjustable camber from factory, but there you go. I've tried to match this, the same on the other side. Now we're just down to putting the disc back on, and the caliper can go back on. And I've just got to play with the exhaust a little bit, and then time for the big reveal. Okay, so suspension is all back together, calipers on, disc is on, everything tightened up, everything good. Now, at the start of this video, I told you that these wheels are wrong, and I stand by that. I think these are off maybe a Cooper or a Mini 1. These are not Mini Cooper S wheels. But as it happens, I've picked up a set of 8-spoke Mini Cooper wheels. In my opinion, best looking Mini Cooper wheels from factory. So let's throw these on and see how it looks. And there we go, guys, the wheel is on, and how much better does that look compared to that thing there? Even with the dented arch and all the mess that's going on there, that wheel is just anyway, let's get the last wheel on, take it for a little spin. Now, to me, it looks like a Mini Cooper S now, and it didn't before. And I think that's the big difference that wheels can make. The wheels are a make or break for a car, and if you've got the wrong wheels on, they don't look so good. Let's take it for a spin. During this little test drive, I've realised two things. First of all, I brought absolutely nothing with me to record myself while I was driving, so I couldn't even talk to you. Second of all, the car was misfiring really badly. The engine was really unhappy, and it was throwing smoke out the exhaust. So unfortunately I didn't do any more driving, just up and down the block. I did have a quick look at the air filter to see if there was any issue there. Couldn't find any problems, so we're going to have to dive into this in a future episode. And so there we go guys, that's the end of the first episode on this Mini. Obviously maybe the damage isn't as extensive as some of the other projects, but nevertheless we're going to dive into this one and really try and sort this rear quarter out, make it look good as new again. So now with the sun setting behind me, that's the end of the episode, end of the first episode of the new project, the Mini. Let me know if you like it, let me know if you think this is a good project to go for, and if you've got any advice on pulling that dent out of the rear quarter, hit me up, let me know. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave you, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.